Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
92.1 City. We are Winnipeg's rock station. Philly Joe and Kirby. Kirby's away today, back next week.
Yeah, weird to say because she just got back.
2-day work week. You know what they say about those 2-day work weeks? They are a grind, and you could feel it. She was feeling it yesterday.
I'll tell you right now, most companies after COVID came back with a 3-day work week. And there were some people that were even having an issue with that at one point.
Yeah.
Right? And then they started calling it a flex schedule, right? Better work-life balance. But Kirby might have just created something even better for some people.
The Kirby schedule.
Well, it's not just a 2-day work week. It's traveling on both ends of that.
Right. So you leave, you got the Friday, and then you got the Monday. So it's
short weeks.
She's not the first person to do this. I'm sure a lot of people have worked with people like this. And Kirby would just say that's, the way the flights worked and everything else.
Yeah, yes.
But
It's cheaper.
I've never jumped on this way of doing things, but it's not a bad idea. You leave on the Thursday, you take Thursday, Friday.
Yes.
Then you don't come back till the Tuesday or the Wednesday.
Right.
That's back-to-back short work weeks. Genius.
On top of, in Kirby's case, she was complaining about not having the money and then booked 2 flights back-to-back. But that's okay because you have the right to do that. But you just don't complain to the 2 guys that are
here.
still.
Yeah. Anyway, we hope she has a good time.
You know what? She had to do Nashville. If you know anything about Kirby, her friends were going.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you can't miss out because Nashville's been getting a lot of buzz over the last few years. So I totally get that. It was just, I think, because the impromptu trip for her to Thanksgiving came out of nowhere. The Nashville trip's been booked for a bit. So.
That's right. And we got a lot going on this morning. Let me just tell you now.
Yeah, please.
So obviously 6:30, another edition of Who the Hell Is That? The Bone Phone coming up in 10. A lock of the week at 7:10. And if you listen to the podcast, PJK Extra, you've already heard what our lock of the week is going to be. But we're going to run that because we recorded it with Kirby yesterday before she got the hell out of here. I think she had personal services to go get done or self-care because she was in a hurry.
Well, you got to travel.
That's right. All those things you got to do before you take off. But we nailed her down to record a lock of the week. So we'll do that at 7:10. We got the name game. More of those Evanescence tickets up for grabs.
Yeah, that's got to be coming to a close, that contest too, right? Where you get a meet and greet with Hailstorm.
I was thinking too, Joe.
There's a concert announcement too, just before 9, and it's a really cool show. And we'll give away tickets then too.
Crazy. Should we make it a Shoutout Friday as well? I mean, I don't
mind doing that.
I don't mean to put you on the spot. It's been a long time since we've done that. I mean, the Daily Banger winds up being a shout-out, but look, if there's a shout-out you want to do this morning, send us a text message, 762-555. On the Boston Pizza text line. We love hearing that. We love, various shout-outs, whether it's a birthday, your boss, your cousin.
Can I do the first one then, impromptu?
Go right ahead.
I'd like to do that to all the travel service people working at the Richardson International Airport today because I'm telling you right now, there was cowboy boots getting tried on yesterday. There is going to be a lot of suitcases, and this is Kirby and the entourage. And I'll tell you right now, I don't know what the weight limit is on a carry-on and what the size limit is or what the one is that you're going to check. But you're going to have a lot of fun this morning.
And drama.
Your day starts now. If that's when the shift starts, you're going to have some fun there at the airport this morning.
Well, she'll be late. She'll be running late. She'll come storming through the airport like the Kool-Aid mascot used to, blasting through walls.
Absolutely.
And everybody else in line, they're going to mean nothing to her because she's going to have a flight to catch and she's going to be late and she's going to have 17 suitcases. So, yes.
You don't even want to be that computer stand where you have to check in, okay, with showing no emotion. You don't even want to be that.
Shout out to the computer stand this morning.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Ever feel like no one's listening? We've got your back. Call the Bone Phone. 780-BONE. Brought to you by Auto Gallery of Winnipeg.
I'm hearing these people, people are doing 50, people are doing 55 and then 80. Well, something, given some of the areas, especially on McGilvery, where you got, kids crossing and, people on bikes and, elderly people that are driving, you can understand that. But the most thing is the impediment of the traffic and the traffic flow. You can be charged with impeding the flow of traffic. So why aren't the police going out there to ticket people that are causing the problem of delays, impeding the flow of traffic, which is a Highway Traffic Act and a ticket, and there's another money grab. So I have no idea what people are doing, but, just stay cautious, stay safe, drive accordingly. And for those people that are complaining, you can always go around them.
Yeah, I mean, such a popular topic on the bone phone. You'll get the odd person texting saying, oh, yeah, they'll give a ticket for slow driving. It is so rare, though.
Yeah, that's come up before, too. And changing lanes sometimes isn't as easy as it sounds, depending on how. But it is interesting because flow of traffic does come up a lot more than less speed or more speed. But they've put these speed limits to a certain number for a reason because of residential areas. They changed the numbers and everything else, right? Like city planners, they've talked about this before. And they're talking about, are they reducing some speed in some of these areas that are going 80? If you can't get to 80,
yeah,
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But the bone phone, we get all sorts of calls and great opinions. So keep them coming.
Like the Rager, he's back.
City of Winnipeg, screw you and your stupid streets. It's the Rager here. I just had a blowout driving to the gym, going down the next street over at me, just going over a manhole cover that's so sunk into the ground, it actually blew my tire out.
Ooh.
I was doing 30 kilometers an hour. You suck. Fix the goddamn roads.
Right on par with Rager. That's usually how he sounds. But you can't blame him. Blew his tire like a pothole.
No kidding. And he was going to the gym.
Yeah.
The poor guy. Well, no, he's got to get rid of some of that stress. Yeah. And that happened on the way to the gym.
Okay.
I've needed lesser excuses to miss a day at the gym.
Yeah.
Poor guy, though.
You and I in our gym days. Yep. Okay. Karen with a Y. Far as I know, this is a potential new regular.
Oh.
I hope so.
Hi, guys. Karen with a Y. I'm actually very new calling, my first time calling. And I just want to say I'm in traffic right now on Lage and Fermor, and a semi just cut me off. Like, badly cut me off. So, anyways, Kirby, also, I'm more than happy to go on this virtual golf tour with you, or a golf game, whatever it is. I think it should be a tour, though. Anyways,
a tour.
Hope you play I'm listening every morning. Bye. Karen with a Y.
Thank you very much.
I love it. Karen with a Y. You are the only Karen with a Y now for sure. Mm-hmm. But I'm just going to throw this out there, and I hate to do this because she's not here today. But Kirby spoke on behalf of a regular golf game not happening because her season has come to an end.
She hung up the cleats.
And then she suggested virtual golf. I think she was talking about, I don't even know if she was actually talking about going through with it, but she was talking about it being a one-day thing. But I like the tour idea because there's so many great simulator places in town here. But we'll have to wait and see.
I don't see the tour happening.
No.
I'm sorry, Karen with a Y. I just don't. I don't have a lot of confidence.
No, I agree. I don't even know. She's got to plan this one day, and we haven't heard much from her about that. So.
If that happens, we'll take that. Okay, who the hell is that? Coming up in just a few minutes. First chance to play this morning. And I love it when we get people playing along that have theories because you might want to pay attention. You never know, right? We can't speak to whether these people with theories on who these voices are. We can't speak to whether they're onto something or not onto something, but we can play the calls.
Yeah, so here's my take on mystery voice number 2. From the first contest, you had a musician, you had an actor, and you had a sports person. So my take is you've already unveiled number 3 and number 1, who's an actor and a musician. The mystery voice is a sports figure. Just a tip. That's my opinion. Rock till you drop.
Okay, we love it. Keep them keep those theories.
Yeah, Phil, I can't even remember all 3 voices from the first time.
I was trying this morning, and I meant to chat with you about it off air.
I remember Tom Holland
Yeah.
was the third one, so that was the actor. The sports person, was it not Ric Flair? Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Ric Flair, but I don't remember who the musician was.
One of our listeners will tell us.
Yeah,
That's
for
brutal.
sure.
Okay.
That's great theory, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guilty wants to talk about a Tragically Hip song we played yesterday.
All right. Boomer! Hey, anyway, sorry for yelling so loud. Okay, you played a hip tune this morning. Cut that out of the monologue!
He mentioned his wife's name, and I beeped it out because he's not supposed to. That's what he's talking. He said it by accident, and then he asked if I could. So they just
I see.
Wondering what he's talking about there. Anyway, on with the call.
Anyway, we seen it on. We both heard it, and it was a hit song, "Scared." But I'd never heard that version. It was awesome. It almost had Julie doing up at the same time as me. So where the did that come from? Just doing research. I need to know. It's inquiring minds need to know. Please help me. Philly's in Nashville. Philly's in Transcona, where he belongs.
I don't know what he's talking about. I searched our music library here at City. I love the song.
That's the
Scared.
version I know too.
That's the only version I know is what we play. I don't know another
great
version.
song though, Phil. That was a great pick. And let's be honest, okay? That one went outside the box even deeper. That was your pick.
Yeah, we don't.
Yesterday, because these guys have been doing a great job this week with some deep cuts, but you went even deeper.
Oh, it's such a good song. That's the Bone Phone. Chance to play. Who the hell is that?
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Love that new Black Crow stuff, man. That is such a good song. So was the first single released, Bedside Manners.
I saw them open up for the Stones back in the day, and they were the talk of the town, that this band was just going to explode off of this tour. And they had their niche audience over the years, and then the Robinson brothers, I don't know what happened.
Well, they made some, less,
known stuff.
Well, so, what's the word I'm looking for? They stopped making hits. They went into sort of eclectic, longer songs that didn't... Because this sounds a lot like Shake Your Money Maker.
It wasn't so commercial.
Yeah, this sounds like that massive album that put them on the scene with Hard to Handle and Jealous Again.
I'd love to see them back on the road now, man. That would be some cool stuff.
When I was living in Edmonton, some people that I was working with at the time went to see the Black Crow. So this is years ago. And they didn't play a single song off Shake Your Money Maker.
That's no
that
good.
whole, those are hits. We're not doing the catchy hit music. And so...
Then they realized when they did the other stuff and they were running out of money, it might be time to write some hits again. It happens sometimes.
Yeah, hey, we can do this. We can make hits.
That's
anyway,
awesome.
It's Philly, Joe, and Kirby. Kirby's away today, so just Philly and Joe.
You asked for some shout-outs, and we have. I just want to get back to who the hell is that? The last contest we did, thanks to the Boston Pizza text line, Jack Black was the other star.
Bingo.
I forgot the name there. Shout-outs, okay, to the Wynwood mill workers, both shop guys and installers, and shout-outs to the CIC construction crews, too. That's from Matt and the gang there. That we appreciate. This came in, too, on the Boston Pizza text line. Shout out to Brian Little. They're retiring him as a Winnipeg Jet on Sunday, which is a nice little add-on to Sidney Crosby. It's too bad McGroarty has been sent down to the minors. That would have been an added attraction.
Isn't that convenient? Now he doesn't have to deal with the fans, the media. Yeah.
This is a neat idea, too. Please see if you can get this on the air. And, of course, we can. It's our show. Get the crowd at the Jet game on Sunday to sing You Are My Sunshine. You remember that was his tune.
Oh, was it?
That he used to use,
Or just some form of Where's Rutger, like something, like some kind of...
No, You Are My Sunshine was Little's song.
Oh, Little. Okay, so I thought we were still on Rutger.
Sorry.
Because I've read on social media some possible chance for Rutger McGroarty during the Penguins game, right? So
yes.
We'll see if
there'll be something there, too, I'm sure, for that.
We'll see if that
We've got shout out to the Bayview crew. Some good people over there at Bayview Construction as well, doing some work on Abinogi Mikana. Those guys are all over town.
Football team shout out?
I believe it was, and that person must have texted us again because I lost that text. But if I remember reading part of it, it was the Portage La Prairie Pee Wee Pitbulls.
I think so. And maybe they can text us again, in case we didn't get... Send us the message again, because when you text us once and then text us again, it's hard to find the original message.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep them coming. It's Shout Out Friday after 7 o'clock, Lock of the Week, and then, of course, the name game, completely useless trivia. Lots going on.
This is the Philly, Joe, and Kirby podcast.
And now, it's time for the Lock of the Week. Lock it up. 12-6 so far this season. 12-6. That's not bad. And with Kirby away, Joe, we made a point of recording this yesterday. Mm-hmm. So, and you can actually catch it on yesterday's PJK podcast if you miss any of this. All right.
I think it's worth listening to if you want to try and make some money. I think this is a good ticket going into the weekend.
Here it is, recorded yesterday. But because Kirby's taken off for Nashville, we thought, well, let's do the lock of the week and make some football picks.
Yeah, it makes sense. We wouldn't want to leave Kirby hanging without her pick.
Well, she's the one who said, guys, like she's a little upset, a little quiet, and good on you, Joe. You're like, hey, you're about to go on vacation. Turn that frown upside down.
That's it.
Tell your best number one buddy, Joe, what's the matter.
Role reversal.
That's what it was. She didn't want to tell you, but she said, Joe, I'm just this morning when I was taking a selfie in the bathroom, and I just started thinking about football, and I thought I won't be there Friday to do my picks.
You saw it. I picked up my pen. And I pulled out my journal, and I threatened Kirby, and I said, Kirby, if you want me to put in my journal for the first time that you're looking a little sad this week, I write it in there. And you said,
you
no,
almost did. The
you
pen
didn't
was on
want
the
it
paper.
Documented.
No.
You guys are really good at reading my emotions.
They
I'm
I'm in tune.
so blown away at
know.
how you picked up on that.
Nobody checks in with your emotions more than me.
Well,
I gotta
Phil,
be
that's
honest.
what they say. You're a
Howard
guy who
thinks.
understands a lot of emotions.
That's my wife, too. I'm right there for her,
That's why
too.
you guys are married.
Every time she needs me.
Absolutely. You're a special kind of man. I'll tell you right now. You didn't even
A
comment.
special type of
You didn't even comment on my journal. Look at the cover.
It's beautiful.
Sorry, I mean, I just was overwhelmed at how good Phil was at reading my emotions.
Here we go. I'll go first. And you know what? There's good games. Like, there is a bunch of good
Is it
games.
U.S. Thanksgiving? No, not this
No,
weekend.
that's the end. That's the last Thursday in November. So you got another month to celebrate that one.
You wouldn't want to be in airports in the States for American Thanksgiving.
No, I
I was last year.
And how
Remember,
was
I
it,
flew
Joe?
to Vegas.
Oh,
Was it
boy.
okay?
Well, Minneapolis wasn't bad because of where I was going. Las Vegas isn't your usual family destination
That's
for
true.
Thanksgiving, right? It's usually people getting out. But it is the busiest fly day in the U.S., you're right. So that's end of November, Kirby.
Okay.
I'll go first. This is a hell of an early game on the Sunday. Detroit at Minnesota.
Oh, big.
Whew, the two big, well, I mean, that division, because Green Bay's playing well also. I'm going to take the Detroit Lions and your boy, Dan Campbell, on the road to beat the Vikings. It pays $2 on the money line, playnow.com. I just feel like the Lions, when you watch them the last few weeks, they look like they're hitting their stride. They look unstoppable, and the Vikes got to lose a game at some point. The undefeated Vikes, they have to.
That used to be a stinker of a game when you'd go down to Minnesota outside of the party and to go to a Vikes game when the Lions were coming to town. But boy, what a rivalry that's become.
Absolutely. That'd be a
Both
great
play
game.
indoors,
Yep.
too.
Carbs?
Well, fresh off of his not safe for work shirt, Travis Kelce is going to win me over this week with the Chiefs over your 49ers.
Oh, just stick a stake in my heart. You're
Wow.
taking the stupid Chiefs. I know they're your team, sorry. But you're taking the Chiefs over the Niners.
Well, the
it's good you're
Niners-
going on holidays, let me tell you.
Have the Niners been doing that great, though?
This year's been a struggle for them, and they never beat the Chiefs. Like going back,
Yeah.
I want to say it's a 5-game winning streak for the Chiefs over
And
the Niners.
That's the stats I was talking about, Phil. Okay?
No, we know. We know.
Chiefs paying $1.95 to win in San Francisco.
They're the underdog.
They're the underdog.
That doesn't happen very often.
I also said that, too.
Yes, you did. I'll tell you, I don't know who's sitting next to you on the plane, but they are going to get a load of football facts.
It's like working with Adam Schefter.
Yes. She's laughing. She doesn't even know who that is. That's the best part. She just knows he's a football pundit. No, good on you,
Okay,
Chris.
Joe, who are you going with?
You know what? I don't know why. They are the favorite. I sometimes don't like these, interstate rivalries, but the Raiders are on the road. They're in Los Angeles to take on the Rams, and the Rams are pretty much heavy favorites.
$1.31.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll cover because I don't know what I'm just taking them on the money line. Take the Rams.
The spread's 6.5. I think they cover that. Too. The
they
Raiders
should.
have pulled the pin on the season. They get rid of Devontae Adams.
They made Tom Brady a partner, too.
Yeah, they did. He's part of that
so I'm
organization.
taking the Rams.
Okay, so here we go. We've got the 49ers. The Chiefs to beat the 49ers.
Aye. Couldn't even say it, could you?
I couldn't.
It's a hard one. I understand.
Hard to get it out of my mouth. The Rams to beat the Raiders and the Lions to beat the Vikings. Actually pay about $100 if you put $20 down. And there you go. A lot.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Shut up with your name.
Hey, what's your name? You've got a name so you can play this game.
The Name Game. Brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort.
It's a game about names, I guess.
780 City, 780, 2484 if you'd like to play. Got back in the win column last week. Didn't we?
No. We
Freaking hell.
we had gone 4 weeks in a row actually with a win. You named another relative, but it's becoming so consistent and so often. You think everything's a win, but you've been nailing relatives for. Well, I should rephrase this. You've been guessing. You've been guessing relatives' names on the name game for ages.
You know me and nailing relatives. No, but I consider getting a relative's name correct.
Yes. That's on the score sheet.
Yeah, you're on the score sheet. Exactly right, Joe. Let's get a contestant here this morning. Hi, City. You want to play the name game? Hello.
Sure.
You want to play? Okay.
Nice.
And you're familiar with how the game works?
I am indeed.
We'll ask
Right
you a
on.
series of questions, and then we magically know your name from the answers of these questions. How old are you?
Early 60s.
Early 50s, did you say? 5 zeros?
60s.
60s. Okay, good for you. Yes, this is the only time we'll ever ask a woman's age. By the way, during the name game. That's it.
Yeah, you could feel her. She didn't love me asking her that. But anyway.
60-ish.
Yeah, ish. She wouldn't even give us the number. Yeah, I love that. Okay, that opens up a lot of options when you're in your 60s, right? Okay. I'll go first. Your favorite movie genre. So is it scary movies? Is it rom-coms, just straight comedies, action, thrillers?
Probably murder mysteries.
Okay.
Murder mysteries. Okay. That's right up Kirby's alley, I think.
That's pretty much all she watches. Yeah. Any phobias? Spiders?
That's a good one.
Other things of that nature?
I have rain anxiety.
Rain.
But not really. Yeah.
Okay. All right. A little shower activity maybe this morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll go extra questions for both Joe and I because Kirby's not here this morning. Leftover food. Are you a fan? Is there a certain type of leftovers? How do you feel about it?
I don't eat leftovers.
Okay. Even pizza?
No.
Wow. Next time you have leftover pizza, drop it off here at the station, and I'll take care of it. Joe and I will take care of that for you, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Joe's questions.
We're talking 60-ish. This is a sidebar question. Could you put Philly and I as benefactors of your old age pension that kicks in at 65 if you want?
That would be nice, yes.
Yeah.
See, thank you.
We're already winning.
We're thinking ahead.
Yeah.
That's all it is. My first question is your favorite non-alcoholic beverage. A lot of non-alcoholic beverages out there, mocktails right now. It doesn't have to be that, but your favorite non-alcoholic beverage.
All I actually drink is water with a flavor shot.
Okay. What's the usual flavor?
Cranberry raspberry.
Cranberry raspberry. Oh, you got some healthy living going on here. No leftovers. You're going to live for a long time. We definitely want to be the benefactors.
You're making us feel unworthy.
I had a movie question for you as well, and it was favorite movie that you can rewatch. Do you have somebody in your life? You have a partner?
No.
You don't. What would be the favorite movie you would rewatch?
Probably an old version. I think it was called, you know what? Born Free.
Born Free.
Is that
Wow.
with the Lions?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
That was from the 70s. It's sad, isn't it?
Yeah. The Lions, they don't want to go free, right? That's why because they've been living with the people.
They want to be in a zoo. I'm sure. And the last argument you had with someone, what was it about?
Probably returning from holidays
Okay.
at work.
Oh,
It's a tough one.
Came back stress-free and stressed up and day one at work. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's because Kirby will tell us how tired she is when she gets back from vacay. That goes well with the people who have been working. Yeah,
that being us, by the way.
I'm so tired from vacation. Okay, I'll guess first. I'm going to say Pam.
No,
Okay, you hesitated. Is it in the ballpark there?
not at all.
Damn it. How about a Laura? Are you a Laura?
Closer, but no.
Now, when you say closer, does it start with an L?
Yes.
Yeah, I got it.
Go, Joe.
Leslie.
Yes.
Yes! Are you kidding me?
We got it! We got it! Leslie!
Woo-hoo-hoo. We got you pegged. I don't know what it is, but, you're it.
I'm going to tell you something, Leslie. You're going to live for a long, long time because you just seem to have the perfect temperament in life. I mean that sincerely. Good for you.
Well, thank you.
We love having you listening to the show, too.
Well, thank you.
And thanks for putting us in your will. Have a good weekend.
We appreciate that.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
92.1 City. We are Winnipeg's rock station. Philly Joe and Kirby. It's 7:40 on a Friday. Kirby returns next week.
Are we doing a couple of shout-outs here?
Shout Out Friday. This is we used to do this all the time. Haven't done it in a while, so we thought, what the hell? And they're pouring in. Boston Pizza text line, probably the best place to get those in. 762-555.
Some company ones here. JC Paving on Provencher, that crew out there working hard this morning. And the team at Primary Direct Liquidation. That came in as well. And I've got a single one here from Rob Felicioni. Wants to send out a shout out to his good friend and buddy Murray McDowell on his way down south. Going to golf, on a little golf trip. And visiting, I guess, his daughter and grandson. But here's the best part. They're buddies because they met in Mexico about 20 years ago. You hear those stories.
Wow, and they still hang.
Still hang.
That's insane.
Yeah.
What about Maple Leaf Construction, Sewer, and Water? You got it, guys.
You got it.
Guys and girls. Maple Leaf Construction.
And the staff at Ocean Trailer.
Yeah, we can do that.
That just came in. Mm-hmm. A lot of hardworking people out there today on a Friday.
Yeah, let us know. There was a sports team earlier this morning, if you want to do that as well.
Yeah, sorry. That came in too, and that was from Portage. The Portage Pitbulls Pee Wee team. They got a big game coming up on Sunday, and that's from Chris and the gang. Go Pitbulls.
JC Decorating loves 92.1 City. Well, we love you, JC Decorating.
Uh-huh.
That's something I could never be, an interior decorator.
No.
Like, I know that's not breaking news for you, but we all have jobs we certainly could never see ourselves doing. Anything in the medical field. Like, I have so much respect for, nurses and doctors. Like, that's a difficult profession. But, like, decorating as well, and then a fashion designer, stuff like that, I just could not do that kind of stuff.
It's interesting, too, because with the internet and everything that's so available now, you have to wonder, any creative job. Well, we know it happens in the medical industry. No healthcare worker wants you to come in with what you Googled and suggesting that you already know what the problem is.
That's right.
But could you imagine with decorators and all that? Because you come in with your own swatches of colors and everything else, and you've hired them to look after. That's a tough job.
That's a lot of pressure. You got to tell them what looks good, how it's going to work. Same with, look, I was out buying some clothes yesterday, and I had to ask the guy, hey, what do you think of this color with that? Because I don't know sometimes.
I'm going to ask you this question because it comes up when guys. So if you go into more of a retail outlet that just caters to men's stuff, right? Because some have both sections. Do you prefer a man or a woman salesperson helping you out if you're buying like dress clothes?
Probably a female, but
just to get that perspective.
I get the,
because guys that are sharp dressed, you can go to them. I've
had both, lots, and you know what? I've had good experiences with men too, especially buying suits.
Yeah,
and they're fantastic. But I also had Danny yesterday, who was marvelous about a shirt, and it kind of gives me what I'm thinking. Well, this because my wife will always I usually text her a picture.
Yeah.
Hey, like this.
That's what I mean. You don't have her as a consultant there
So
yesterday.
you're going. Yeah, so it works. I don't know what it is, but a female. Yeah.
Don't you love it best though? Like when your wife does come with you shopping, and okay, I'll follow you into the change room to take a look at the shirt. I feel like I'm a kid back to school shopping with my mother.
I don't know.
So you got to bring her to the back, and she's holding all your items.
As long as I don't got to go with her, I am not repaying that.
This is the Philly, Joe, and Kirby podcast.
Philly, Joe, and Kirby's completely useless question.
Useless with a capital Y. So useless.
Brought to you by Midtown Ford.
780 City, 780 2484. Evanescence tickets on the line this morning. They're coming with hailstorm and the warning. And if you win these tickets, you're automatically qualified for the grand prize, which includes a meet and greet with hailstorm.
Yeah, that's just around the corner, too. So this will be your last shot with us to enter. The Cane Man will have something for you this afternoon. This could bring back some haunting memories for you as a child. 30% of people say they were forced to try this as a kid. Their parents made them try this as a kid.
What's the percentage?
30. So a third of people that took their survey said the number one answer was something they were forced to try as a kid.
780 City, 780 2484. Go ahead.
Square dancing.
You know what? I'm going to give you number 3, an activity or sport that they didn't like. I'm assuming you didn't like it.
I didn't.
No.
You'll love it. Go ahead. Your sister does it or your brother.
Yes.
Hi, City.
Hi. I'm going to show my age a little bit here. How about like cod liver oil or something like that?
You know what? I'll say a food that they didn't like, because you could put cod liver oil. God love
Throw
you.
liver in there.
Yeah, liver. Just liver alone was bad. Yeah. So that's number 2, by the way.
All right.
They serve liver at some restaurants, though, right?
Yeah, they'll have that as a feature. Usually, you'll find that at a real good old school diner type of place, too, right?
Yeah. Good morning, City.
Morning. Phil, send me to Evanescence, please.
Well, I'm going to say I hated piano lessons, so I'll go with, I guess, a musical instrument that you have no interest in.
Did you want Phil to send you to Evanescence?
Yes, please.
Well, he just did, because
hell yeah.
a musical instrument was by far the number one answer in learning, like the clarinet, the flute, all those instruments that would get you far in life, the woodwind instruments. How many people do you know that are in a band right now that are the woodwind part of that band?
That's right.
I work with about 4 or 5 people that are in bands, so I'm probably the wrong one to ask.
Yeah, but they're not playing the clarinet, are they? No.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, guitar, drums. That stuff is awesome.
That lead clarinet player. Oh, my God. Unbelievable.
I'll tell you, that was the position if you wanted in a band, the lead clarinet.
Good argument for more cowbell.
Yes, a musical instrument was number 1. Food you didn't like, number 2. Activity or sport you didn't like was number 3. They forced you to take a class. It could be like, for learning how to speak another language or something.
An arts and crafts.
I really like the 5th answer, and I wish it was number 1. But 30% of people said they were forced to try this as a kid like another child. Like the parents were saying, "No, you have to like this. They live next door.
We're friends with their parents." Who's this?
This is Kyle.
Kyle, congratulations. Hang.
Philly, Joe, Kirby.
Philly, Joe, and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly, Joe, and Kirby podcast.
Good morning, Maddie Smith, and welcome to 92.1 City.
Good morning, 92.1 City, and thank you for having me.
I got to say this right off the get-go, that if you have not bought your ticket yet, the vibe this young lady gives off in a room.
Agreed.
It will be fire at Rumors. And I can tell you by a few tickets we have to give away later for free, and there's not many, it's the Late Show, which always tells you that this kid is selling tickets like crazy.
We are pushing tickets
I'm
like
telling
crazy
you.
here in
Good
Winnipeg.
for you.
Thank you. Happy to be here. We had a great first show last night. Everyone was hooting and hollering.
They were.
Okay.
When you throw out hoot and holler, we don't take that lightly around here.
Yeah.
They were hooting and hollering. We had the Canucks.
Who is?
No, you have
Dribbling.
San Jose, the San Jose
The hockey
Sharks
game
in
on?
town tonight. No, what were you watching? No, they don't have the game on. you'd have the game on.
Canucks being the Canadian.
Oh, you're just
I was
talking.
calling, I was
Sorry, I
talking
thought you
about.
meant the
Sorry,
hockey.
I was just
You're talking
referring to all of you playfully.
Canadians.
Yes.
Sorry, Maddie.
Oh no, we're not talking.
We just
hockey.
automatically go to hockey.
We're not. Yeah. No. Sorry, I didn't mean to get you.
You're
all,
from Buffalo.
I am from Buffalo, so
You get it,
Sabres, doing their thing.
Is it
Buffalo Bills.
safe to say, Maddie Smith, that if you're sitting in the front row of one of your shows, be prepared for some engagement?
I would say be prepared, especially if you're a dude. If you're a girl, I'm like, yo, you're the best. Do your thing. Trying to uplift women, but if you're a dude, good luck.
Maybe bring your hockey helmet.
You might want to
Just
wear
Bring
for
your
safety.
hockey helmet. If you look like a little guy, I'll be calling you short.
Oh, that's called
Listen.
average, Maddie.
Yeah, sure.
5'8" is average.
5'8"
Come on.
average.
Yes,
Well,
that's
let's
what
talk
I've been
about
told.
5'2". Okay. We had a great time last night. Made fun of a guy who brought his daughter. A guy brought his daughter.
Really?
Yeah, said she hates you, dude.
That's
You're
awesome.
coming with dad, and that's all
Yeah,
there is to it.
exactly. So we call that the splash zone.
Okay.
You don't want to get in that front row.
Yeah,
What
but it's all
got you
fun.
into comedy?
What'd you say?
What got you into comedy?
I would say neglectful parents. Yeah. A little bit of a quiet upbringing where you realize if you make people laugh, they'll pay attention to you.
Yeah.
Do something outlandish. Your parents, hey, they're looking over here.
Oh, cool.
It's a bit of a,
So
cover
there
for pain.
yeah.
Point, though.
Therapy or comedy?
Therapy or comedy.
You saved a lot of
exactly.
money.
And then I went to college and, in upstate Buffalo, you booze a lot. Booze equals funny
Yeah.
to me. So it's a little mix of everything.
What's it like growing up in Buffalo? Now you're in New York now.
I'm in New York City now.
Okay.
Growing up in Buffalo, you exist around this just snow that's there all the time. This 5-foot wall of snow.
Right.
That you think is normal till you go down to freaking Richmond, Virginia, and they get 1 inch and then they're off for a whole month.
You're like,
You're
yeah.
like, wait a second.
I'm not doing Buffalo anymore.
Yeah.
I guess for
Out.
work too,
Out.
right? I
Yeah.
mean, every corner's comedy club in New York and in Buffalo.
Exactly.
Yeah, good for
exactly.
you.
In New York City,
That's
you
a
can-
big move too.
It's a
to
huge
a huge
move.
city from
Huge
the
move.
size of Buffalo.
Yeah, from couple 100,000 to 8 million people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your podcast. I want to talk about that because
Yes.
it's, you can find it on YouTube. You can find it wherever. What's it called first
It's
of all?
called Madhouse.
Okay.
Maddie.
That's awesome.
Mad.
Tell us a little bit about it because it's off the wall.
Okay, it's off
not-
the wall.
would
It's
you
off
s-
the wall. It's
not for everybody?
It's not your standard 902, 92.1 hits. Okay?
yeah.
It's the Madhouse. Things are upside down. It's zero gravity.
Yeah.
There's a couch that looks like lips. Last week we did a little special episode that might have involved some psychedelics, some of the earth fungi, and couldn't stop laughing. Okay, some days we're smoking a little of that ganja.
Yeah,
Can't
which is
stop
legal
laughing,
here.
Which is legal here, so I can say that.
Eating some mushrooms.
Yeah, eat some mushrooms. And we had a special birthday episode where me and my co-host Allie Mae just got loose.
Your birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, 22. Big year.
Big year.
Crazy to think how
Big
much
year.
I've accomplished since I was 12. No, I'm 33.
Is this your first time through here then?
Yep, first time through Winnipeg.
Wow.
First time in Manitoba.
But you've done Canada,
I've done
obviously.
Canada a bunch. Started with
Okay.
Toronto.
Yeah, from Buffalo
Yeah.
for sure. That
Hit
would make sense.
Vancouver just for the first time just now.
Yeah.
Nice city.
Oh, yeah.
Nice
Yeah.
city.
Well, you were at the Comedy Fest, the Outdoor
Yeah.
Comedy Festival in Vancouver.
Great outdoors.
Congrats on playing that one. That's big,
that
big
was
crowd.
fun. Nice guys who run that.
Yeah.
Outside. Rained during the day, but then for the night, it was perfect. Some of the girls in the audience were like, it got really cold. Yeah, it's Vancouver.
Yeah, for sure.
I see you got a Yankees hat on. Are you following
Yes.
the baseball playoffs closely?
Following a little bit.
Tough one yesterday.
Yeah, a little home run right out of the park right there.
Yeah.
I'm more of a football person.
Yeah.
But I do like my hometown.
You're part of the Bills Mafia?
I am.
Yeah, you
You'll
have
see-
to be.
you'll
If you're
see-
from Buffalo, could there be another team that you actually
No.
like? You can't.
No, you
No.
are
The
not
misery's
allowed
been
to.
there. The
You're-
suffering.
The suffering is there.
Yeah.
And we live in it. We're
Yeah.
like the only stadium that doesn't have a dome. We're in
Yeah.
Buffalo is outside for some reason.
Yes.
They like it. Fans, if there's a blizzard, fans will come shovel snow. Freaks!
Yeah, don't want to do your own yard,
Yeah,
but they'll
exactly.
come to the stadium.
Yeah, there's driveways filled with snow, but let me get my seat 300A.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It does always feel like every Buffalo Bills game is a snow game. I don't know where they don't own. It's not like you're in the Arctic in Buffalo.
First week in September.
Snow.
Oh, we got 6 feet.
Yeah, come shovel.
You gotta come shovel. But I think it gives the Bills an edge. They come in the Miamis. They got all these stadiums that are inside. They play great because
Miami can't play in that weather.
Yeah.
No chance.
No way. Oh, I don't know if you guys. I know it's not a football radio, but the last week the Bills played the Jets.
Yeah.
It was so windy that boom, every field goal, every extra point.
Oh, yeah. We had
missing.
money on that game.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
We had Buffalo, by the way,
Nice.
for the record.
Big W.
Because we knew you were coming in, Maddie.
Exactly.
So we bet on Buffalo.
Exactly. Aaron Rodgers. Suck it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We got tickets to give away for Maddie Smith.
Yes.
I'll tell you, I told you how successful this lady has been so far at Rumors. We've got a few tickets for tonight, the Late Show, 9:45. You get there at 9. We'll take care of some tickets for you. Just text us, Maddie. Put a lot of D's in there.
Yeah.
At 762-555. Maddie.
Text us.
Thanks for doing
Come
this
through.
morning.
Thanks for having me, and see you guys tonight at Rumors.
Absolutely.
For more Philly, Joe, and Kirby, log it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.